Ever get that feeling? You know, you send off some important data in SAP, maybe an order update or something, and you just wonder if it actually got there.
Oh yeah, the digital void feeling,
Eh,
especially when systems are supposed to talk to each other automatically.
exactly. It feels like things just disappear sometimes. Well, today we're digging into a really useful SAP tool for exactly this problem.
We're talking about asynchronous communication, right? The background stuff.
Right, asynchronous remote function calls, or RFCs. It's when SAP sends info without waiting for an immediate got its message back. Think transactional RFC, TRFC, or queued RFC, QRFC.
The stuff that happens behind the scenes, crucial stuff usually.
Totally. And the tool we're focusing on is transaction code SM58. Think of it as, I don't know, mission control, or like an express tracking board for these messages.
That's a good way to put it. It shows you what stuck, what failed, and often gives clues why.
So our mission really is to get comfortable using SM58, to spot and manage these hiccups without needing, super deep technical skills.
Making sure those important messages actually complete their journey. Because when they don't, it can cause real headaches, right? Inventory mismatch, orders delayed.
You got it. Okay, so how do we even get into SM58, accessing it?
Pretty straightforward, actually. Easiest way. Just type SM58 into the command field. Bam, you're there.
Okay, nice and simple. Is there a menu path, too, for the clickers among us?
Yes. You can navigate to. It's under Tools, then Administration again.
Okay.
Then Monitor, and finally Transactional RFC. Bit of a mouthful, but it lands you in the same spot.
Gotcha. So SM58 in the command field is probably faster. Now, once we're in, what's this first screen about? Looks like filtering.
Exactly. Filtering is key. Otherwise, you might everything. The most important filter for troubleshooting is usually status.
What statuses should we look out for?
You want to focus on CPICER. That points to a communication breakdown, like a network issue or the other system not responding.
Okay, CPICER.
And sysfail. That usually means the message got there, but the receiving system had an error trying to process it.
Got it. CPICER for communication, SYSFail for processing errors. What about other filters?
You can narrow things down a lot. Date and time are obvious ones, helps you zero in on when the problem occurred.
Makes sense.
Destination is really useful too. That's the target system. The RFC connection name you set up in SM59 tells SAP how to talk to that other system.
Right, so you can look at issues going to just one specific system.
Yep, and you can filter by the user who triggered the call, or even the specific function module, the program name, if you know it.
Okay, so we set our filters, maybe CPICER for yesterday, hit execute. What does the list show us?
Each row is basically one communication package, one attempt, technically called a logical unit of work, or LUW.
An LUW, okay.
And the columns give you the crucial info: status, date, time, destination, function module, and really importantly, the TID, transaction ID. It's the unique tracking number for that specific LUW, like a parcel tracking number. And you'll often see a short error message too.
Okay, so we find an entry, maybe status CPSAR. What can we actually do in SM58?
First thing is usually investigation. Double-click the line or select it and hit Display LUW.
And that shows
You everything about that LUW. Critically, it often shows the data that was being sent.
Yeah.
Super helpful for figuring out why it failed. Was the data bad?
Okay, so you can see the payload. What if it looks like just a temporary glitch, like the target system was down for a reboot?
Good point. For those, you can select the entry or multiple entries and click Execute LUW. That tells SAP, hey, try sending this again.
A retry button. Useful.
Very. Works well for temporary network blips or system restarts.
But what if it's not temporary, or the message is just old, irrelevant now?
Then you have the Delete LUW option. Select, click, delete. But big warning here, this is permanent.
Permanent, okay. No recycle bin.
Nope. Gone forever. So you really need to be sure that LUW isn't needed anymore. Maybe check with the functional team or basis guys if you're unsure. Don't just delete things casually.
Sound advice. Any other key actions there?
There are options like Protocol to see the history of actions on an LUW, and Reorganize, which is more for basis teams, to schedule automated cleanups of old entries. But Display, Execute, and Delete are the main ones for troubleshooting.
Got it. So SM58 is much more than just a log. It's really an active management tool for these background communications.
Absolutely. It gives you visibility and control, lets you be proactive about ensuring data gets where it needs to go, which, helps the whole business run smoother.
Definitely seems like a vital tool for anyone involved with SAP integrations or just keeping an eye on background processes, quick identification, attempts to fix, managing old stuff. Very powerful.
It really is. Once you know how to navigate it,
So that leads to a final thought for you listening. We've looked inside SM58, this sort of hidden control panel in SAP. What other systems that you use every day might have similar control panels hidden just beneath the surface? And how could understanding those empower you more? Something to think about. Ever get that feeling? You know, you send off some important data and